Imagine standing before a stage where silence feels louder than applause, where one unexpected performance can transform an ordinary moment into a memory shared by millions. Courtney Hadwin's journey represents one of those rare stories that reminds people why music has the power to connect beyond words. A quiet teenager from England entered a global competition carrying nervousness and uncertainty, yet she left behind an unforgettable impression through a voice that seemed far beyond her years. Her explosive energy, emotional delivery, and fearless connection with classic soul influences created a performance that stunned audiences around the world. What happened afterward became a complicated story of fame, pressure, growth, and personal discovery. It was not simply about a young singer becoming famous overnight. It was about understanding the person behind the performance and recognizing the challenges that can arrive when extraordinary talent meets enormous expectations. Courtney's rise showed the beauty of authenticity, while the struggles surrounding her journey revealed important questions about the entertainment industry and the responsibility it carries toward young artists who suddenly find themselves under intense public attention. The unforgettable audition that changed Courtney Hadwin forever. When Courtney Hadwin walked onto the America's Got Talent stage in 2018, almost nobody expected what would happen next. She appeared nervous, spoke quietly, and seemed uncomfortable standing before a panel of experienced judges and a massive audience. Her introduction suggested a shy teenager who might struggle under pressure. However, the moment the music began, everything changed instantly. Courtney transformed from a hesitant contestant into a performer filled with confidence, emotion, and remarkable control. Her voice carried a powerful combination of grit, soul, and passion that shocked everyone watching. The judges looked surprised because they witnessed something that could not be easily explained or copied. Her movements, expressions, and vocal intensity created an atmosphere that felt completely different from a typical audition. Howie Mandel quickly recognized the uniqueness of her talent and awarded her the Golden Buzzer, creating an emotional celebration filled with falling confetti and overwhelming reactions. Simon Cowell, known for his honesty and difficult critiques, appeared genuinely amazed by what he had witnessed. The performance quickly spread online, turning Courtney into an international sensation almost overnight and introducing millions of people to her extraordinary ability. The hidden challenges behind sudden international fame. Although Courtney's audition brought excitement and worldwide attention, the reality behind sudden fame was far more complicated than many people realized. She moved quickly from being an unknown teenager to someone surrounded by expectations, interviews, schedules, and constant public attention. The entertainment world began focusing on her image, her potential, and her future success. While those opportunities appeared exciting from the outside, they also created pressure for someone still discovering who she was as an artist. Courtney had always connected with music naturally, often singing privately and drawing inspiration from legendary performers whose voices carried deep emotion and history. Suddenly, that personal relationship with music became something evaluated by millions of strangers. Every appearance, every performance, and every decision became connected to public expectations. The industry wanted to preserve the magic of her audition, but Courtney was also growing, changing, and developing her own creative identity. She was not simply a voice performing someone else's style. She was a young artist searching for her own expression. The difference between what audiences wanted and what she needed became an important part of her personal journey through fame. The difficult balance between artistry and expectations. As Courtney continued her career, she faced the challenge experienced by many young performers who become famous before they fully understand themselves. Audiences often wanted the same unforgettable energy they saw during her breakthrough performance, but artists naturally evolve over time. Courtney began exploring songwriting, new sounds, and different creative directions that reflected her own experiences, rather than simply repeating the style that first made her famous. This transition was meaningful because true artists cannot remain frozen inside one moment forever. However, the entertainment industry often rewards consistency more than personal growth, creating tension between authenticity and commercial expectations. Behind the scenes, Courtney had to manage the demands of professional opportunities while also protecting her emotional well-being. The excitement surrounding her talent sometimes overshadowed the importance of giving her enough space to develop. Her journey became a reminder that extraordinary ability does not remove the need for support, patience, and understanding. Young performers may appear confident on stage, but they still need guidance away from the spotlight. Courtney's experience highlighted the difference between celebrating talent and truly caring for the person who possesses it. The quiet period that allowed personal reflection. When the world slowed during the pandemic, Courtney experienced a period unlike anything she had known since becoming famous. Without constant performances, interviews, and public appearances, she had time to reconnect with herself away from outside expectations. That quiet period allowed her to reflect on her relationship with music and consider what kind of artist she truly wanted to become. Instead of performing only for audiences, she could create privately and explore ideas without immediate judgment. For many artists, this kind of freedom can become an important turning point because creativity often grows when pressure decreases. Courtney began focusing on personal expression rather than trying to recreate a previous viral moment. She could revisit her original passion for music and remember why she started singing in the first place. The experience also revealed how difficult the previous years had been emotionally. The constant attention, expectations, and responsibility of maintaining public success can become overwhelming, especially for someone who enters the industry at a young age. Her time away from the spotlight represented not an ending, but a chance to rebuild confidence and rediscover the joy that first made her talent so captivating. Simon Cowell's emotional reaction revealed deeper concerns. Simon Cowell has built a reputation over decades as one of entertainment's most direct and composed personalities. He is known for delivering honest opinions, making difficult decisions, and remaining calm during dramatic moments. That reputation made his emotional response to Courtney's journey especially powerful for many viewers. His reaction represented more than simple sadness about one performer's struggles. It reflected a deeper understanding of how demanding the entertainment world can become for young talent. Simon had recognized Courtney's rare ability from the beginning because her performance contained something impossible to manufacture. She possessed authenticity, emotional depth, and a connection with music that separated her from ordinary contestants. Seeing someone with that kind of potential face difficulties likely affected him deeply. His emotional moment encouraged broader conversations about how the industry supports emerging artists. Talent competitions often celebrate discovery, but the responsibility does not end after the applause fades. Successful careers require protection, mentorship, and respect for personal boundaries. Simon's reaction became symbolic of a larger realization that behind every incredible performance is a human being who deserves care beyond the stage. The powerful support from fans across the world. Courtney's story continued to inspire strong reactions from fans who remembered the emotion of her unforgettable performances. Many people who watched her rise felt connected not only to her talent, but also to the challenges she represented. Supporters shared clips, messages, and personal reflections about moments when they themselves experienced pressure, exhaustion, or the struggle to meet expectations. Her journey became relatable because it reflected a universal experience, the difficulty of maintaining happiness while constantly trying to satisfy others. Fans did not simply demand another performance or another appearance. Instead, many expressed hope that Courtney would take whatever time she needed to continue developing as an artist and as a person. This response showed a significant shift in how audiences view public figures. People increasingly understand that entertainers are not machines designed only to provide moments of enjoyment. They are individuals with emotions, fears, dreams, and personal limits. Courtney's supporters demonstrated that genuine appreciation involves respecting an artist's well-being, not only celebrating their achievements. The conversation surrounding her became about compassion, patience, and recognizing the human story behind the famous moments. The broader lessons. From Courtney Hadwin's experience. Courtney Hadwin's journey raises important questions about the relationship between talent, fame, and responsibility within the entertainment industry. Discovering a remarkable performer is exciting, but maintaining a healthy environment afterward is equally important. Young artists often enter professional spaces before they have the experience needed to handle intense public attention. They may receive opportunities that seem impossible to refuse, while simultaneously carrying emotional burdens that audiences never see. Courtney's story encourages the industry to consider better ways of supporting performers during periods of rapid change. Success should not only be measured through views, popularity, or commercial achievements. It should also include the well-being of the people creating those achievements. her experience does not represent a failure of talent. Instead, it represents a reminder that talent needs protection to flourish. The strongest careers are built when creativity and personal health can exist together. As audiences continue discovering new performers, the lessons from Courtney's journey remain relevant. Behind every unforgettable voice is a person with a unique story, and that story deserves attention beyond the moments captured by cameras. The continuing story of a remarkable young artist. Courtney Hadwin's story is far from finished because creativity cannot be measured only by temporary moments of fame. The same passion that amazed audiences during her breakthrough performance remains part of who she is today. Whether she chooses a major return to the spotlight or follows a quieter artistic path, her impact has already been significant. She reminded millions that genuine talent can appear anywhere and that authenticity cannot be manufactured. Her voice introduced a new generation to the emotional power of classic music while creating a unique identity of its own. The challenges she faced also created an important conversation about how society treats young performers after discovering their abilities. Simon Cowell's emotional response became memorable because it represented recognition of something larger than a single performance. It represented compassion for an artist navigating a difficult journey. Courtney's future remains open, filled with possibilities that should be defined by her own choices rather than outside demands. Her story continues because true artistry is not limited to one audition, one competition, or one moment of attention. It develops through experience, growth, resilience, and the freedom to create something meaningful.